right, hello everybody. We're back.
Yes, we are.
Say
back.
hello.
Here we are, still alive.
I'm Chris, and this is my dad.
Hi, I'm Dad.
He has a name. It's John.
John.
So we are here on the Sweet Surrender about 3.5 years after our last video,
All right.
because we're on a new adventure, and we're trying to sail a very different part of the world. Yeah, we want to tell you a little intro, tell you about it. Maybe I should show you a little bit of where we are. So let me turn around the camera. See if anyone has any guesses. There's some folks on the shore there fishing. Well, this will be a big clue. Yeah. And if you come around here, there's some very interesting abandoned wrecks, including a yellow submarine. I don't know if you can hear the music in the distance. We are definitely being entertained. And then over here, there's even a little beach where folks are exploring and possibly fishing. So Dad, why don't you tell me where we are?
Yeah, we're anchored in Coney Island Creek, which is just about 5 or 6 miles south of the East River in New York City. So we got here just this afternoon. We left, we've been on a mooring in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey, and left late morning, I guess you would say, and motored up here in rain and a little bit of limited visibility and dodging cargo ships and fishing vessels and things, but got here safely. Actually, everything cleared up. The weather got really nice before we got here, or as we got here. And this is a little anchorage that's not well known, and my wife and I discovered it some years ago because there aren't a lot of good places around the New York City area to anchor. You can anchor behind the Statue of Liberty, but then you get a lot of rough water from the ships going by. So this ends up, this is a very, very, as you can see, a very protected area, except for those ships who have sunk, which,
Yeah. So coming in, you just have to be really careful of, like, there's a narrow channel, and then there's a lot of submerged wrecks that, of course, we didn't see, but we're trying to monitor, you know, how to avoid.
It's always a risky, I mean, you can read up, there are cruising guides that will have other sailors who have anchored here and will give you tips on, you know, avoid this area, avoid that area, or, you know, put out 2 anchors or things like that, because one of the things you don't know about a place like this is what's under the water. So it's very possible for you to drop your anchor onto something that won't want to let it go when you're ready to go. So so you have to be very, very careful and gain as much local knowledge as you can before you do that. But this is like the 3rd time that I've anchored here, and we've not had any trouble. But it's always worrisome because we're the only people who anchor here. But hopefully it'll work all right.
Yeah, no, I think it should. And then, the bridge I showed you before was the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. And then over here, you can see there's a nice kind of like pedestrian fishing pier area and some development. But of course, Coney Island is famously where the steeplechase and Luna Park and the big amusement parks of the sort of turn of the early 20th century occurred, and it, you know, had that reputation for a long time. But I don't think we're getting off here because there's no amusement park. Well, there's a small one, but not like it was. Yeah. So I'm going to show you here what we're looking at in terms of, this might be difficult to see because of the glare isn't great. But I just pulled up the Google map of kind of this area, and so we're talking about where this is high tech, right? Right now we are right here, and tomorrow we plan on coming up the East River and then ending up somewhere in this area, possibly Port Washington. And then along the way, possibly seeing Teddy Roosevelt's home, which is in the Oak Harbor area, going up the North Shore, across the Sound. Eventually, if you follow along and we make it to where we want to go, making it to some of these islands. So Dad, what islands are you excited to show me here?
Yeah, I think after we leave Long Island, we'll probably go to Block Island, which is just south of Rhode Island. And that'll be, we'll probably do like a half-a-day sail from the tip of Long Island to Block Island. And then maybe up to Newport. And after leaving Newport, it's a half-a-day sail to Cuttyhunk Island. And then Martha's Vineyard, another half-day sail. And then another half-day sail from Martha's Vineyard to Nantucket. So clearly, somebody knew what they were doing, putting these islands in an easy sailing reach.
Yes.
For our convenience. And then I guess we'll decide what to do from there.
Yeah.
It's easy to go into the Cape Cod Canal from there, and even go up to Cape Cod if we have time to do that or interest.
Yeah.
So, but I guess we'll kind of modify our journey as we go along.
So yeah, if you're interested in following along, I will be trying to post updates, hopefully with amusing anecdotes
Yes.
and useful information.
And hopefully no adventures.
None adventures whatsoever. So yeah, it's good to be back. I grew up largely in the New England area, and we had a small boat in Casco Bay for part of my childhood, but for the most part, I have not seen any of the stuff we're doing on this trip from the water side. So I think it's going to be pretty exciting. So here we are.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys, and talk to you soon.